Let's head into game. Condemned, of course, running their patented Shifu Lucy Ezmo against Lucy Bako Ashka. And I'm not complaining. That's exactly what it should be based on these players and how they've been playing. Jolts, Condemned, and Clerney. I would have to say that they're probably some of the players that are the best at playing aggressive. You know, 2-1-3, 2-1-3 Randler and Uncle Paul, especially 2-1-3, 2-1-3's from his Project Horizon days, we know to be a very calculated, measured player. He's okay with just taking trades one by one, a piece at a time. Good at going in aggressive, but it's not all about aggression all the time.
They want to try and keep Jolts from doing the damage that he does, but Uncle Paul already going to see half of his health completely melting down. Jolts goes right back in. The in cap only gets one of them, or Petrify, I should say. Jolts is just right in there. He doesn't seem to care. He's trying to heal up a bit, but now it's going to be a terrifying thing.
Oh no, Jolts has 10 charges to shoot. That was almost too easy. Oh, and he has 10 charges again. So much damage from the Arcane Fire. Oh my god.
It's just disgusting. No Bulwark's coming out right now. Must be on cooldown. Oh, there it is. Bulwark comes out, but he knows he's going to put on a cooldown. He goes to the orb instead, flicks it over. 2-1-3 now. Running away, trying to pick up whatever he can. He's going to go down. Back-facing Jolts, leaving Lucy all alone. Wow, that Ashka.
I wonder if you took a picture of Jolts' setup, I think it would just be one big space bar and then an Apple mouse with just a left click. And that's all there would be. It's just one big space bar and a mouse for left click, and he just...
Yeah, he only has one.
He presses one or the other, and then he wins.
I mean, I think people underestimate also the positioning that you have to have with Ezmo, or you're just going to die immediately.
I mean, really, it's...
We've never seen Ezmo get anywhere close to this, because they all die before they make it this far.
Speaking seriously, Condemned and Jolts work very well together, and it was almost surgical the way that Condemned initiated CC. When the firewall was down and knew that it was going to be tough for Jolts to get in damage, Condemned was able to navigate around, double incapacity, and continue to put damage onto Uncle Paul, giving time for Jolts to walk around the firewall and continue putting out damage. Those are the kind of little things that make Jolts... Oh my god, the tomb is down 10 charges!
Uncle Paul!
Don't break the shield. Do not.
They just go straight into him. They
don't not, never.
Just don't break that shield. He gets so much of a charge. Clerney just casually getting the mid. Purifier does come out. It'll save Ashka just a little bit longer, but they can melt through it. A barrier comes out. Will it protect him just long enough? There comes an ultimate, but it's not going to deal much damage at all. Uh-oh, now Condemned's actually getting kind of low. I think he got a little tunnel vision. Now, anyone could go down at this point between Ashka, Jolts, and Condemned.
It's going to be important to get the orb, and I think Uncle Paul is planning on securing it for himself, and he does.
Does get it.
Oh, good Chaos Grip. There's a full stick of butter on Ezmo. I think he's going to punch the jumps. Maybe the tombstone's going to go down. We'll see. He's trying to land the root first. There it is. Oh, Uncle Paul! Get educated.
Jolts, there's going to be an ultimate to cancel Condemned's ultimate.
Oh, but Jolts is really low on health. This is the comeback here. If there's any moment for 2-1-3, 2-1-3, and Randler to come in big, it is now. Nice from 2-1-3, 2-1-3. Throws the axe to chase the Chaos Grip.
Fantastic axe. I'm sure he was confident in it. Great timing, but now they're just going to posture. Oh man, he might get poked down. He's got to be really careful here. He wants to get an M2, but he knows Bulwark is up. A nice hit-time Bulwark in 2-3. There it is. He baited it out.
Oh, but he's going to push all in now. There's so little health left on Jolts that any point of damage means that Clerney has to be put on notice there.
What? Was Randler, did he just body block the orb to take the M2? What a fantastic movement to stop Jolts from being able to pull that orb. They did not want to let him get this. Energy is slowly building up, and so are the heals. Clerney now on the wrong side, Ezmo all alone, but he has his space.
Bulwark is down, and here comes the tombstone. They're really trying to chip away damage here, and 2-1-3, 2-1-3 is going to lose a little bit, but I don't think any max health was lost. We'll see here. Jolts is going in aggressive.
Orb. 2-1-3 got that one as well.
2 full sticks of butter. And
4 full sticks of butter. There comes one of them. An ultimate.
Oh, slam!
Jolts will go down.
2-1-3, 2-1-3 closes it out. And that's what we were talking about, right? 2-1-3, 2-1-3 is very good at being measured. He knows that they are in the advantageous spot, but will just piece by piece take down their opponent. Clearly trying to find an ultimate orb, but this is looking grim. Oh, the panic is good. That's going to get 2 ticks at least. Swift roll is actually being spent here. The panic flash gets whiffed. Clearly could make something happen. He's going to spend Swift roll. No, gets axed on it.
Gets axed. I'm actually surprised Bako doesn't say something cheesy like, can I ask you a question? I wouldn't be surprised if Bako said that.
I like it from 2-1-3, 2-1-3, and Randler knew, okay, hey, Let's just zone them out. There's no need to go now. We're not going to commit. We're only going to use axes. And we're only going to jump when we know that we have an exit plan. Keep getting the center orbs, and by the time Jolts felt like he had to drop the tome, pushed in aggressive into Randler, used mobility, then 213 landed his heroic charge. No problem. Dunked him. Put the Ezmo in the trash can.
1 round each in map number 1. Remember, win score of 5. This could go 9 games within this map. And it's looking like there's a good chance that it could. 213 though, doing a great job of just measuring out everything he needs, those cooldowns, getting the damage that he has to. Jolts, they almost melted Ashka immediately. On the run for a lot of that last map, but it didn't seem to matter. His teammates were there at the ready to support him. The BattleRekt is baited out. Now Jolts is going to get a pull. He just misses Uncle Paul. He has to space away from 213. Put on the pressure, but now Jolts' space bar's down. 213 knows it. He's going to put as much damage as he can, but it's going to get protected well from Clarity.
Oh, nice petrify from Uncle Paul.
Oh. Uncle Paul just took a lot of damage from an M2 and a Clarity Potion. Well timed, and that will go to Bruce Lee, orb number 1.
A lot of pressure getting put onto Clarity right now. Clarity needs to get out of the way, but when he does, they're going to turn right back around onto Jolts and Condemn. Shifu is in there. He's going to spend his immaterial trying to reach for Uncle Paul. The arcane barrier does go on Shifu, and Jolts won't get the 10 charges from that. Doesn't quite break, and now Shifu is in trouble.
Oh, Uncle Paul as well. There's an ultimate. It's going to put a good bit of damage on Jolts. The Purifier's out, though. It's going to protect Ashka from a lot. Doesn't need to deal damage, just needs to connect. But Ashka has to use the Petrify to protect himself. Will he take out Jolts? Oh, Jolts has to use his space to get away, and he goes right into an ultimate as well. Oh, this is looking really scary for Bruce Lee.
Oh, Condemned has to get out of the way. He uses the Incapacitate. No, nearly makes a connection.
Protected. Somehow Uncle Paul makes it out of there alive.
Oh, so close right now, but Bruce Lee is having trouble finishing out kills, and I think that a lot of that might come from just being a little bit too over-aggressive.
Staying grouped up, though, smart on them. Uncle Paul used all of his mobility to get back behind 213, the protector.
Oh my god!
He just...
Horror movie.
Just watching him chase you just out of range, axe cleave after axe cleave. Oh, Jolts has to be careful. Oh, baiting out the BattleRekt. He's done a great job. He's done it several times, just baiting out BattleRekt. Uncle Paul's an ultimate. He wants to ultimate from the other side. Will he blind ultimate through the wall? He's a little terrified. Doesn't want to waste all that energy, all that juice.
All the juice in this 2v3. I think it's going to be tough.
He does get pulled.
There's double shields coming out. Gets dispelled. Uncle Paul might be in trouble. Has to use mobility to get out of there, but Jolts will follow.
Jolts uses it, and here comes the ultimate to chase him down. He will go. Just waiting for that second space bar.
Surprise. I have one more in my pocket, and Uncle Paul unleashes the fury upon Jolts.
I imagine Uncle Paul's playing like he has a beer in one hand and he's still somehow playing. Like that's how I imagine Uncle Paul's playing.
Beer in one hand.
And somehow he's doing this all with one keyboard.
That would be incredible.
He has a trackball on his... Oh, he's using the little... You know when you have a laptop? Those little erasers? It looks like an eraser in the middle. He's using that with one hand while also moving around.
That little stub.
Yeah, dude. I actually, when I was a kid and I saw it the first time, I thought it was like a mechanical eraser pen, like a mechanical pencil eraser, and I tried to tear it out.
Oh no!
Yeah. I didn't do any damage because I wasn't strong enough. I'm still not strong enough.
Well, you must train.
You must train. All right, now we're going to see initiation. Oh, 213 is going to find himself on the other side of the field. Slowly going to walk his way through. He's just going to push back Condemned. Condemned hasn't been able to touch the backline very well, but there's Randler getting pulled, taking a lot of damage immediately from Ezmo. Getting a good M2, followed by the silence. He has tried to build up his M2.
Is in trouble. Randler had to spend a lot of healing flashes on himself because that Chaos Grip landed, and the orb will go towards Jolts and Condemned. And Clarity here, panic onto the Ashka. This could be big momentum for Condemned. Let's see if they can connect. They've been too over-aggressive before. There's a good grip, the Whirling Blade.
The nice pull into the Whirling Blade. Condemned. They will take down 213. Their most promising.
Oh no, Randler is in trouble. Roll! Run! Oh, nice. Condemned with the EX Spear.
Don't break the shield.
Don't break the shield. Not advised.
Look at how many M1s make contact. It's insane. Jolts tracks so well with those M1s. Most Ezmos that I watch play, they'll make maybe 3 out of 5, right?
Low sensitivity player.
He doesn't. Every single one makes contact. He takes so much advantage, which I think also is why he's one of the few Ezmos. He's so calculated with every single bit of damage he puts out. He doesn't take any of it for granted. Every single M1 that leaves his hand, he's like, go, child. Go. Deal the damage you are meant to do.
Every single arcane fire is important to him.
Suck the blood of my enemies.
That's gross.
This is what he does. Ezmo's a creepy man. Look what he reads. He reads a tentacle book.
A tentacle book.
He's disgusting.
I'm sure many people have read tentacle books.
We're not going to get started on what that implies. Condemned is going to go right on his counter. Will get proc though. Uncle Paul in a little bit of danger, but he's going to get protected. 2 and 3, turning right back around. Now Jolt is going to try and put enough pressure. Oh, he space-bars right in through the other side of that firewall. Uncle Paul.
Clarity jukes out the bulwark, tries to get the panic flash, but 2 on 3, 2 on 3 gets out of the way, knows that he's in trouble here.
Be careful,
Uncle Paul taking a ton of damage. Oh no, the tombstone is, oh my god! Turns it around, pushes Randler away, gets the Chaos Grip. Uncle Paul's not safe yet. Oh man, the panic
flash. Oh no, he's not there. Jolt, it's actually only going to make contact on 2 and 3, who space-bars immediately after a good petrify though. Uncle Paul, he's been managing with not much mobility to stay alive. No thanks to his good ally, Randler.
Condemned is chasing Uncle Paul down. Maybe an incapacitate is the appropriate move here. Gets panicked up into the petrify. Now in the goo. He's going to use the spear to get out of the way, but Uncle Paul
you
still running around.
He jumped right into Jolt, and that orb went to Bruce Lee, I believe.
Here comes the Chaos Grip. Will whiff. Nice stun from Uncle Paul. Good accuracy, but immediately gets some counter proc after that, and now Uncle Paul's in a lot of trouble. There's the whirling blade.
Let's go. 2 and 3 saves him, pushes him out. Doesn't matter though, he jumps right into a Jolt, and now 2 and 3 is going to get pulled in, and he will get finished off. Oh, not yet. So close.
Unrelenting aggression this time worked out for Bruce Lee, and I think the big difference maker there was the fact that Clarity was able to play against 2 on 3, 2 on 3 very well. He was able to save himself, keep himself from needing any kind of peels, and kept everybody's health high, and that allowed Condemned and Jolt to just extend and overextend and continue pushing until they finally secured the kill on Uncle Paul. I mean, in that last moment there, you saw 2 on 3, 2 on 3 trying to do what he can to keep Condemned and Jolts off, but 2 on 3, 2 on 3 ended up taking a lot of damage himself. By the time Jolts fell, or rather, by the time Uncle Paul fell, 2 on 3, 2 on 3 was already at about 20% health.
Trading rounds back and forth in map number 1. I hope this is a precursor to how fantastic this series is going to go. Jolts trying to make sure he makes connection with 2 and 3, so close. Almost harder to aim when they're really close. Uncle Paul, though, again getting hunted down, both Condemned and Jolts. Puts the firewall up, places himself right in between it, but
the 12 of destruction is down.
There it is. Go his children. They will do some damage, but a barrier and a shield from the War Shadow going to protect.
Oh, he's got 10 charges now. It's all down to execution. He might take a lot of damage here. We'll get the Chaos Grip, and Jolts is going to use one of his space-bars to get out of that situation, get the center orb. Condemned, meanwhile, has been trying to put aggression onto Randler, but will get panicked out of it. This is looking bad for Bruce Lee.
There's a combo. And Cap into a stun into an ultimate. The Pyro is out. We see Uncle Paul heal up a little bit. Oh no, he got broken out of the incap immediately. Jolts was incap. They could have maybe positioned around him, but Clarity now. Uh-oh, Clarity doesn't have his roll. He's just gonna walk out of that one. He does have his full ultimate. He wants to use it.
Oh, he tried to pop the Whirling Blade, and so they know that is going to happen. The shield gets popped. Jolts has a lot of ammo in the pocket.
Jolts did get incap, though. He will have his full ultimate. Oh, nice route. There's the ultimate. He knows Randler's going to have to use a roll out of that one, but now he's got nothing left. He can't put up that shield.
Oh,
Ezmo right from the back. He's not going to be able to get in there. Purifier out. It's going to keep Ashka alive a bit longer. Going to try and hunt down Clarity. Look at all the healing he's giving himself. Fantastic now, just gonna try and M1 Clarity down to death. Condemned wants to take him down. He wants to make it a 2v2, but will he reach? The peel from 2-1-3 is just so strong.
Oh, nice cornering Condemned, and will be able to close out the kill. Something that you have to really appreciate about how this round played out for 2-1-3, 2-1-3, Uncle Paul and Randler was that they were able to kite enough in such a way that they offset Condemned and Jolt's aggression. Condemned ended up going solo toe-to-toe against Randler. Randler was able to cut away and land Panic Flash and CC Condemned off of him. And then at the same time, Jolts was having a hard time connecting. Every time he jumped in, 2-1-3, 2-1-3, and Uncle Paul were able to turn damage around onto him. They just took a lot more in terms of trades. And I think it gets tough when that happens.
3 rounds to 3 rounds. Oh, fantastic dodging the bulwark. Jolts will get a pull on Uncle Paul. Uncle Paul is getting a lot of protection from his teammates. Pyrofire will come out, or Purifier, I should say. Gonna try and get a little bit of heal so that he can take some pressure off of Randler. The counter won't get procced, Condemned will get pushed away instead. Now Jolts will get a root on Uncle Paul, though. They want to go. Jolts, be careful, buddy. Your spacebar's down. You have taken a lot of damage.
Nice from 2-1-3, 2-1-3.
Good incap. He's gonna push him back into the wall. He knows he has nothing left, but he's got to be careful as well. Oh, you can't bulwark the shift M1. Now we're gonna see Uncle Paul try and deal some damage. Condemned. Take a look at this. So much health he has his ultimate.
Oh, 2-1-3, 2-1-3 is in trouble. He doesn't have mobility. He's gonna sit in the crippling goo. Nice bath, looking nice and clean now. 2-1-3, 2-1-3 gets vaporized.
A lot going on, but now Uncle Paul stuck in a tight spot. He will have his ultimate. Oh, and he's going to put some damage on Jolt's double in cap, but it's going to get broken right out of the ball. No, he plays it too soon. Uncle Paul has to be careful. Now, this is probably going to be it for him. That looked really hilarious. What was that? Was he spamming as he went petrified?
Yeah, I think the animation just kept going.
That was pretty awesome.
Bruce Lee win it back, and we'll go up to 4 rounds. They're on the verge of taking the map win.
Who will win this? No one knows. They are 1 round away from taking map number 1. Remember, best of 3 maps. Win score 5 within each map. So if Bruce Lee takes this, they will be 1 map win away from being our victors. Twice in a row.
Twice in a row.
They won last week. They are the reigning champions.
I think 2-1-3, 2-1-3 took a big gamble trying to get the center orb. Jumped in, lost a lot of mobility, and Clerney was on point, punished it with the crippling goo. And the combo of Jolts and Clerney, we were able to 2v1, 2-1-3, 2-1-3, take him out. Right now, Condemned is losing a lot of health. They need to make a big connection happen, and soon, or else Condemned will be so far behind.
We did see 2-3 just staying right in the face of Ezmo, not letting him use his M2 to get a pull, as he so just did. And that orb is going to go to EZBT.
Looking really rough for Bruce Lee right now.
Condemned has to be careful. He's now stuck. His counter's down. He has no protection. He has to use his pull, but he gets pushed right back in. He might get finished off right here. They're going to try their...
Whoa, Clerney!
Oh, Clerney, how did you see that flick happening?
He rolled out of the Baku ultimate, and now sitting in the crippling goo, there's a petrifying bolt, and that's going to help Clerney get away from the situation. But right now, Condemned and Jolts are trying to chase down. There's the EX pull. Watch out! Watch out, Uncle Paul!
Somehow
Condemned is coming for you.
Somehow Condemned was able to stay alive throughout all of this. Now we can see Uncle Paul on the run yet again, but Condemned still so low. I don't know how he keeps so much health throughout those fights. He stays within everyone, using his cooldowns so efficiently. Now we're going to see 2-1-3 just trying to chunk him down, putting on a lot of pressure. Oh, gets a good in cap on 1, but it's not enough.
Oh, just rolls out of it. Clerney 2 times now, avoiding lethal damage here. But now in the 2v1, he doesn't have mobility, and his teammates have completely abandoned him. It's a race. Down goes Clerney, and oh no, there's a trade. It's going to be a 2v2, and the health levels are incredibly even.
Counter gets procced immediately, and the ultimate.
Oh!
Uncle Paul almost getting pulled by the M2.
Jolts is right around the corner. No, they're going to... Oh, I can't tell. I think that went to Bruce Lee.
Yeah, that orb went to Bruce Lee. Now we're going to see Uncle Paul just in the protection of his wall. But be careful. Jolts wants you. Jolts wants to flick it. He saw it coming. He also had to be careful. Condemned is hunting him down.
Remember, Jolts has ultimate on board. He has 5 bars of energy. He's going to spend 1 of them, but now he has ultimate again. Mobility is down. It might be time to drop the book. And there it is. 2-1-3, 2-1-3. Watch out. Oh, decimated.
Get educated.
Jolts is teaching the beauty of literacy to everybody on Team TeamKeepoEZBT. Bruce Lee takes the first. My God, that last round was insane.
I would love if I could just throw a book into a room like a grenade and explodes and everyone just absorbs the information instantaneously.
I would love that.
That'd be so cool. But then that book is gone forever, right? It's like there's like groups of people that have to get together, so because the book's going away.
Well, publishing companies typically make thousands and thousands and thousands of copies of books, right?
Maybe it'll be limited.
You could probably use that method to read.
What a win!
What a win!
What a well-fought win! They were able to just pull through. It's just so strong. Jolts.
Bruce Lee is really good, and it's a tough fight, and it's not simple, right? Whenever they fight Telras Me, it's not close. I mean, it is very close. It's not a blowout, right? And same thing, I guess, for MyCon TeamKeepoEZBT. When we look at the top teams of EU and how they play, they're actually very, very close.
So, remember, I said it like 16 times, but it never hurts to remind people, because I'm sure new people are flowing in constantly. Best of 3 maps. So the map number 1 has gone down to Bruce Lee. Map number 2, we don't know who it's going to go to. And then map number 3 could go to anybody.
Could go
if we make it there. If Bruce Lee takes number 2, though, they will be our chance in a row. Remember, they are the reigning 3v3 European champions as of last week. Reigning as of last week. I don't know what that is. It's been raining a lot in California, too.
Yeah, Bruce Lee has been on a hot streak right now. Condemned, Clerney, and Jolts are all about Shifu, Ezmo, Lucy. And particularly Shifu Ezmo, I think, is, in my opinion, one of the bigger synergies that you can play in the game right now. It's kind of like a Shifu Sirius, but more aggressive. Obviously, you lose the capability of healing. But the increased fact that you have consistent damage consistent high damage across a period of time rather than relying on charge strikes means I think that Ezmo works a little bit better in that position.
We don't see many Ezmos able to pull it off, but let's take a look at a quick replay from that last match. And this is going to be a little bit of an over-commit play. Oh, never mind. This is 2v2 at the very end. Apologies.
It's so close. They got the orb. Uncle Paul was sitting at such low health for a really long time. I like that decision from Jolts to swing around. Knew that it would be a stretch to try to hit Uncle Paul, instead lowering 213's health. And really, Uncle Paul can't contribute. He's at such low health. How is he going to push in? The instant he does, turning around and just getting hit by 2 left clicks from either Condemned or Jolts is going to close it out. Hits into the counter and has to spend mobility to get away. And then this spear is key. Just allows Condemned to finally connect and close out the kill. There's nothing left for Uncle Paul to kite with. Incapacitate into Impale, and now the book. Nice.
Just standing there. I can't imagine the moment, like if you're actually Baco, seeing that around you, knowing you have nothing left, and then just looking up and being like, it's time to learn.
I deserve this.
It's time to get educated.
Teach me the ways.
So we're about to get headed right in. They were doing their map bans before this, so we're just gonna. They're doing their champ picks right now. Remember, we don't show champ picks for contextual integrity.
Contextual integrity.
Yeah.
What does that mean in your head?
Competitive integrity.
Competitive.
Oh. Contest. Contextual. Not a word, but sometimes if you add cool things, it could be real. Actually, somebody Google it. But we're gonna go right into map number 2. If Bruce Lee take this, they will be champions 2 weeks in running.
You must be the worst to play Scrabble with.
I actually don't play Scrabble for that exact reason. Because I understand what I do.
Man, just every single word you place, people are going to be like, all right, let's Google it.
Yeah, you have to Google the words I play. Sometimes it works. Most of the time, not so much. Jolts wants to bait out that bulwark early on. 2-3 wants to try and protect his team from Condemn, but that counter is going to get procced. I don't even see it get activated. Immediate results. Now Randler's going to get pulled in. Ezmo wants to go in, but 2-3 changes his targets while we see Uncle Paul doing a good job of pushing Condemned away. Randler's got to be careful. Condemned is going to put some more damage on Uncle Paul. Now he's getting backed in the corner. Purifier comes out. He's going to protect himself from some damage. Oh, he's winning the trades up top, and 2-3. Full health, doing a good job of just pushing everyone else away.
Nice. Incapacitates 2 and chooses to go on Randler as the Impale target of choice. The Deadly Injection is going to pop, and Condemned is actually kind of low. The backline played really well to keep Condemned off. And now it's just going to be a 1v1 between Condemned and Randler continues to win out that fight. Look to Condemned. But it's really up to Jolts and Clarity to make the trade happen. Condemned is already so low, they need to... Oh no, Ashka comes in with the ultimate, but the barrier was up and Clarity is able to position himself properly.
Oh man, this is so close. Condemned is just barely out of there, but Uncle Paul does get rooted. He has to use his E, but he can't move much further. He gets pulled right back in from Condemned. Will he get finished off? He jumps behind, but the panic. 2-1-3 couldn't protect him, and Ezmo pokes in just enough M1s.
Oh, that barrier just in time. Oh, and he gets the incapacitated. Clarity has no healing flash. Run! Run! The barrier's up. The counter goes down. Condemned is still super low. Then he gets petrified up. He has 1 extra healing flask. There it is. There's 1 heal. He has to spend 1 more on Ezmo. This is so tense right now.
Condemned has his counter. It probably will get procced.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
going to stabilize them.
Sneak around from Ezmo.
Oh!
He just bulwarked an entire M1 volley into his own face. Be careful, Jolts. Just missing that out, but it might be...
Whoa, the barriers!
He used the ultimate, he might have missed it, but he used it to get close. Randler, you're stuck! You just built up enough energy with your own heals. Fantastic play.
This is interesting. The 2v2 is going to be fairly even. It's going to be about who gets the orb. And nice Chaos Grip with the combination of Clarity's Panic Flask. Full stick of butter on Jolts. Randler has nothing at 2-1-3. 2-1-3 has 1 bar.
Jolts might want to use that ult, but he's got to make sure that Randler has no more mobility. He has built up enough energy for the roll. Now it's going to be up to whoever engages. 2-3 has enough for some incaps, but he knows they're going to be just ready and waiting. These resets are always interesting. What, Jolt? You're taking a lot of damage.
Clarity missed a lot of heals there. There's a crippling coup. Oh, the book takes down 2-1-3, 2-1-3 right before he lands a killing blow.
What
Double
just
petrify.
happened?
Oh man, Jolts will actually jump out of the Deadly Inject. There's the panic. Knows that there will be 1-2 hits. Nope. Is there going to be a roll? He gets rooted up. He gets panicked out. And Randler is taking a dominant position in this map right now, but I don't know if he has enough to... nice tombstone from Jolts. We'll close it out.
What on earth happened to Baco? He ulted in, and then he like slammed right back.
There was a crippling goo on the floor, and Jolts had already dropped the tombstone. Or not the tombstone, the tome.
You dropped the tombstone a lot, which makes sense, though, because it will kill you.
And right when that happened, when 213 was about to raise his arm and get the killing blow, he got disintegrated.
This is great. This couldn't get any closer. Map number 2, Bruce Lee now up 1 round. They're looking to be champions yet again. A good pull on Uncle Paul. That's going to take a little bit of max health off him early on. 213 though, trying to put the pressure on Condemned. Not allowing him to go in. Always just being that body between him and his allies. Doing a great job. Jolts wants to get the pull. Fireball will go up.
Oh, nice blocks to charge with the Chaos Grip. The orb will go to TeamKeepoEZBT, and that's going to give them a good opportunity to push. And right now, Clarity is in trouble. Look at how much damage he's taking.
Clarity took every single bit of that. 213, good on him to spacebar over him.
Watch out for the Ashka ult. The instant he comes out of this Petrify, it's coming for you. Clarity really needs to run away. There it is. Nice pop on the barrier and the arcane barrier there from Ezmo. Will root up Ashka. The crippling goo. Oh my god.
Oh my. Oh my. Everyone split up. Getting picked off one by one.
I really like how TeamKeepoEZBT played that particular round. Was able to jump in, be aggressive. Despite the fact that Jolts was laying in a lot of damage onto Uncle Paul, 213 was able to get a lot of damage and pull out a lot of cooldowns from Clarity. At the same time, Randler was making sure to keep barriers up, push Jolts away, and then when they won that center orb, they were able to dump a lot of resources onto Clarity, catch him in an awkward spot, and Ashka finished out that last bar of energy, and then with the ultimate, divided the team in 2, and won off the back of that. Resource is so important right now.
Will he get the first pull on Uncle Paul? Joe's going right in. Oh man, Uncle Paul's almost down to half health right now. He's gonna get healed up. 213 wants to try and put some pressure on his enemies right now.
Oh, nice root. 213 is going to take a lot of damage for it. Finally does a bulwark come up, and the orb goes to Bruce Lee. Uncle Paul is still in trouble.
A lot of damage. A Purifier is going to come out. Will he heal up from this? He made contact on 1, maybe 2. Not as much health as he would have expected. Immaterial through that stun. Now 213's got to be careful. Jolts is putting on the damage. The book does come out. 213 might end here. Yes, uses E and ultimate on the bottom. Is going to start taking on Lucy. Baco goes down as well. 1, 2, 3 dead. Team EZBT will go down. Bruce Lee taking round number.
I think that the fact that Uncle Paul hit into Condemned's counter was so detrimental to TeamKeepoEZBT. I think that 213 felt like he had to go. He had to do a ton of damage and try to take on Jolts in a 1v1. And that started out well for him when he landed the jump, the valiant leap to get the snare onto Ezmo. But extended trades was not going in his favor. And then Condemned off the Kunju was able to get behind Uncle Paul, run out all his options, and then close out the kill with an impale from the back. It's so important to get the opening trades exactly right, especially because you do not want to be so behind on momentum that you have to give away center orbs and take a ton of damage for it.
Oh man, the panic. He's going to get broken immediately by Jolts, just dishing out so much damage. Uncle Paul's actually getting aggressive the time he goes in.
Oh, nice immaterial. He's going to avoid the Petrify.
Yeah, that was great, and now Uncle Paul has to be careful. He's just running from one enemy into another, right into Clarity, who has to get pushed away, though. Randler did a good job of forcing him out of that one. Who's going to get this first orb? And it will go to EZBT.
Watch out for the resources available. I think whoever reaches the ultimate first is going to be able to make a kill happen. Let's see, Jolts is nearly there, but he's going to spend on the arcane barrier instead. 213 is getting really, really low.
213 has to be careful as well. He wants to jump in, and we know he will.
The second orb is coming up.
Oh, holy. He just melted it down. Immediately put that book down. Nothing you can do about it.
Nice Clarity Potion. Dispels all the barriers on 213.
Another counter proc. We're going to see Condemned getting right in there as well. The safety ultimate from Lucy, but it's not enough. She'll get pulled right back out. Actually, no. Other side. Sorry, I thought it was hers.
Ooh, the ultimate barely saves Uncle Paul, but then he will get killed on the tail end of that. 3 rounds up, and Bruce Lee is looking real good right now.
They're looking at a place to take this. They are now 2 rounds up in this map. If they take this map 2 weeks in running, they will be our champions. 2 rounds left for them. EZBT, they definitely put up a good fight, but these last 2 haven't looked so well for them.
The last two have been really rough, and I think Condemned, Clarity, and Jolts have kind of identified how they want to play around the aggression that 213, 213, and Uncle Paul pulled out. And they've been playing well to get away from CC. Randler seems to have a much harder time kind of keeping people off. The fact that Condemned was able to immaterial the Petrify from Uncle Paul gave them so much momentum in that last round.
And we're going to see another immediate initiation, but he does get Clarity Potion and Panicked and stunned. Condemned's going to take a good bit of damage. Let's see if he can keep it off this time. His counter will get proc, though. A little bit too much panic mode. Oh, my. Take a look at Lucy. Randler gets completely melted down right now. Oh, what just happened?
Oh, man. Just chasing him down. Jolt's demonstrating, flexing the muscles of Ezmo, showing exactly what can happen if you get into a scenario where Ezmo just catches up with you and you're out of options, laying into you with mouse ones. It is reloadable, reusable, clean energy. And Jolts can just keep going and going and going. Oh, look at how much ammo he has. Not looking good. 4 rounds up. Bruce Lee is about to shut down MyCon TeamKeepoEZBT.
1 map away. They will be winning out in a 2-0 fashion as far as maps are concerned, which is a pretty great feat, to say the least. Against a team this strong, we know how good this team is. 213 himself has shown face enough to win some of our tournaments as well. But now, this initiation, how will it go? Will someone go down earlier? Will it be a long, drawn-out fight as we've seen? A nice bulwark on the M2, though. He finally was able to get it back on Jolts, but he had a space bar out of it. Now we see them getting pushed back to their own spawn. They're going to try and get bottlenecked, Condemned. His counter does get procced as well. Jolts couldn't M2, but he baited it. The bulwark got a 213, and now he's going to try and pull in Randler if he can. Condemned. You're not looking too hot, though. Down to just 2 bars left, and your shield is going to get weared down. He does have a barrier on him now, though.
Oh no, the Chaos Grip was big, and Uncle Paul is going to have to spend mobility, but if Condemned can connect, it might be bad. The Rune is there, and Condemned is going to swing away. Randler has a barrier out, but now there's nothing left for Randler, and he doesn't have energy for his Swift Roll. Now finally does he get it after the orb pops.
Orb number 1, Uncle Paul, though. Oh, the end cap. If they can line up some serious damage right here, they aren't able to, but he does get pulled right back in by Condemned. Oh, and the Clarity Potion on his barrier. He has to use Purifier just to stay alive. Doing a good job of using it. Jolts is chasing him around, gets the silence. Firewall goes up and keeps him alive.
Center orb will go to TeamKeepoEZBT, and that's going to be important. Clarity lands a big double Petrify. Watch out. The damage coming down onto both and Randler. And they're constantly in pressure, but they're really spreading it across their characters. TeamKeepoEZBT, I think, handling this pressure as best as they can given the circumstance.
Just barely grabbed that. 1 M2 will seal the end of the deal, but Jolts is looking in the face. Oh, he might actually get completely conflagged. He almost got conflagrated from the conflagration.
3 orbs to 0. TeamKeepoEZBT.
Uncle Paul has his ultimate. He has to be careful. He's used 1. He doesn't land anybody with it. The end of it, though, due to his battle right. We're going to see an ultimate from Baco.
Condemned misses the spear. He needs to finish out a kill here. They need to finish out a kill. The orb is available. How are they going to play around it? The axe is going to secure it. 4 orbs to 0, and I think that might have been the big downfall for Bruce Lee.
They might have taken some health for it, but in the end, they had a lot more juice to deal with. Clarity has his ultimate, but there's a lot of mobility on who he's up against. Randler has a full ult as well. This is going to be a nice Mexican standoff.
There it is. War Stomp into the ground stun, into the wall bang, and Clarity has to roll out of the deadly inject.
Another orb to them. That is 5 orbs to 0.
Oh, awkward. There's no swift roll.
Jolts has no more space bars. They're just going to push him out of here. Clarity push maybe. Oh, nope. He's going to get pushed anyways. And a left on. Goomba stomped for the victory. And now EZBT. They've got a little bit of a hill to climb, but if they can take the next 3, they will take map number 2 and stay alive.
So dangerous right now. Condemned, Clarity, and Jolts tried to go incredibly aggressive and went all the way for health damage. And I think that they were just a little bit too greedy. Didn't turn around to get the orb, giving 4 of them over to MyCon TeamKeepoEZBT.
Jolts just missing Uncle Paul. That would have been a good opportunity to land a lot of damage, but 2 and 3 has to actually space bar back out. He does land on Condemned, though. The double end cap's going to let them just chase down 1. But again, always using his teammates as a good body block. Uncle Paul knows how to use those meat shields. This first orb is going to go to Bruce Lee this time. They've learned from their mistakes.
There it is. They will get the first orb and then continue pressure. Slow pace. I think slowing it down really helps Condemned, Clarity, and Jolts right now. But let's see if they can make the connection happen. Here comes the Ash ultimate, and Clarity might be in trouble. Whirling Blade gets stopped up.
Somehow
Crippling Grew, watch out for Randler. He hasn't now spent the Swift Roll, and Condemned smells blood. He's going for it. 2-1-3, 2-1-3, trying to peel. Oh, the counter does get proc.
Oh,
there's a deadly eject.
Oh, he's got all the room in the world to do what he needs. She has to hold herself, and she'll go down anyways. And the silence, this is looking not so great for EZBT's life in this tournament. The end cap on Ezmo is going to let them just chase down 2-1-3. Will he go down? Just enough health to stay alive.
Oh, Uncle Paul used this space to try to get some better positioning on Clerney, but not going to work out. And Baku is going to whiff on the hero charge. There it is. Again, Bruce Lee takes another European tournament win. There's nobody who can stop them right now. Europe dominated by these three. Condemned, Clerney, and Jolts are the name of the game. And Ezmo is looking great.
EZBT putting up such a great fight. Congratulations to them for making it this far, going to the finals, but Bruce Lee will trump them in 2-0 fashion.
2-0. Only 2 rounds in this particular map earned by 2-1-3, 2-1-3 Randler and Uncle Paul. And despite the fact that I think they fought back really, really hard, Condemned, Jolts, and Clerney, all they really needed to do was change the pace of the game, right? That was really the big adjustments that they needed to make. They just said, hey, let's slow it down, let's get the orb, and then we'll see success. Or let's speed it up, let's play a little more aggressive, and they saw success. What was the change for Randler 2-1-3, 2-1-3, and Uncle Paul that they needed? They couldn't seem to find it.